Previously on My Big Fat Obnoxious Boss.
Oh my God, look at this place.
The contestants were whisked away to a country estate for a corporate retreat, in Paul Todd style, featuring bad sportsmanship.
It's my little girlfriend. Come on, little girl. Come on, honey. Bitchy, bitchy, bitchy.
Good conversations.
I did just sort of see you as a greedy, conceited person.
So I'm a greed-driven whore?
And their most demented challenge yet.
Let's get it on.
Corporate paintball.
Oh, hell no.
Get down! Ow! Oh, I love it when you squeal. Dang it! Frick! Dang it! Oh!
In a tiebreaker shootout, Rob, an ex-Marine, choked under pressure, giving Femron their second consecutive win, sending Concad back to the boss's office. Kerry put David and Rob on the chopping block. And the mystery boss gave Rob the old heave-ho.
It's been fun, Bob. Get the hell out of my office.
While David, the new team boss, learned a stunning new twist to the game.
Because Concat has only 3 members left, you no longer have immunity.
God, I wonder who's coming back.
Who do you think's coming back?
David is an honest guy, a lot of integrity. So if I'm Mr. Todd, I'm like, wow, a lot of pros for him, right? Same time, Bob shoots from the hip. Those two guys, it was pretty much a crapshoot, 50-50. Like we had said back here, we didn't know who was coming back.
Thank you. I'll take it. Thanks, Mr. Todd. He said that I was too nice. That's a criticism that no guy ever wants to hear. Deep down, a man wants to know that he's fierce. My biggest challenge is to prove to Mr. Todd that I am more than a nice guy.
Hello, hello.
David came home. It was a surprise to me. I really thought Rob was definitely going to come home.
I believe that David is a little naive, and because of that, he could be taken advantage of.
I think we have a huge advantage now. David, I don't think he's got the leadership ability to lead his team to victories.
So he sits me down again and he says, David, I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is you're the next team leader. The bad news is you have no immunity.
And I was like, wow, you know, leader no longer has immunity. It changes the dynamic of the game, especially with such a small group, because, you know, now the leader shares some accountability.
Being a captain isn't a good thing, because now if your team does lose and you're a captain, you can go to the hot seat and get picked off.
We found out that the leader is no longer immune, which means that I think that the first leader that loses is probably going to go home.
Hopefully we don't even get to that point. I honestly don't even think like that. I honestly just want to win this next one. We've lost 2 in a row, and it's been very frustrating because we've barely lost. So if we do lose, we can talk about it then.
Hey.
Good afternoon.
First, I'd like to introduce and reintroduce to some of you my wonderful, darling wife, Lynn.
Hi.
She is filling in for Jamie today. Obviously, I trust her opinion more than anyone's. Don't disappoint her.
I don't think that Lynn has the business background that Jamie does, and if someone's going to be critiquing business people, such as ourselves, I think that you should have a great knowledge in business. I just felt that it was inappropriate.
Let's talk about the team bosses. David.
Yes.
You are now the team boss for Concat. Congratulations. Annette.
Yes.
You are the team boss of Femron.
Yes.
All right. Since Femron was the winning team in this challenge, you have the right to pass on your authority to the next team boss. So, tell us now, who is the new team boss for Femron?
The new team boss for Femron will be Doug.
Douglas. Well, I'm surprised. Were you expecting Annette to name you?
Not expecting, but I knew that Annette would make a great decision based on our past performances.
So we have our team bosses. Douglas, David, Concad is down to 3 players, so the team boss is no longer protected from elimination. Femron, you're still at 4 people, so you have the old rule. That old rule, of course, is the team boss, Douglas, you are protected from elimination.
My stomach sank when I heard that Doug is now immune. I thought the next leader was not going to be immune any longer.
She thought that because Concad came home and none of their team leaders have any immunity, she thought that they would do the same for both teams.
Annette made the worst possible chess move ever. Doug and I are sticking together, no matter what.
If Annette had transferred the power to me, it would have secured our position to stay in the game. So my first thought was, we better win, because if we don't, we're in trouble.
It may have been the dumbest move of the game by the women players.
Let's talk about this challenge. Anybody know what this is?
Artwork.
To some people, this is a highly esteemed abstract sculpture. To others, it's a public eyesore. Now, personally, to me, it is not my cup of tea, but it really doesn't matter because this thing is valued at $10 million. You imagine that? So, I ask you, is it great art or is it garbage? Now, I think 99% of most art that's out there is garbage. But if most art is garbage, does that mean that most garbage is art? This afternoon, each team is going to get a pile of debris and some art supplies. And your mission is to create a body of art that you think someone's willing to buy. And tomorrow, you will display it in a real art gallery for real customers, and you will sell it as real art.
We were actually going to make art out of real trash.
To take one man's trash and make it treasure.
Both teams will not only create the art, but the teams are going to create the artist behind the art. And one of you will portray the artist at the afternoon gallery opening tomorrow.
And remember, beauty is in the eye of how much the beholder is willing to pay. Go get him.
This is good.
This is it. Wow.
We walked into our space where we're going to be creating our masterpieces.
We got a nice window. So we walk in and we think, oh, this is nice. You know, this is a nice little gallery. It's cute.
This is fantastic.
This is awesome, actually.
Behind these doors. Holy.
That's a lot of crap.
Oh my god, it reeks!
Yeah, oh my god.
Oh, it's real trash. Oh my god. We're gonna have to run our fingers through this garbage. Wow.
There was garbage all over the place. Egg yolk, fish eggs, cottage cheese, throw up, I think, maybe.
Ew, look at that toilet. That is disgusting.
Oh my god, that is sick.
The stench was unbearable. It was disgusting. You know, we didn't know we could stay in there just because of the smell.
There's a raw fish in this trash.
Rotten fish heads, rotten eggs, and there definitely was vomit. Ugh. The garbage was disgusting.
We want to put that in the art gallery? It smells awful. Mr. Todd gave us the challenge of creating an art gallery and selling our own art from trash and garbage that he provided for us.
We got 24 hours to set up an entire gallery. It's freaking ridiculous. It's absolutely insane.
Oh, yeah!
This is absolutely disgusting.
Oh my god, there are dead fish in this toilet. Oh, I can't go in there anymore. I'm gonna puke.
Let's just try to separate the good stuff with the food.
All amongst the trash was also, you know, like some things you could use.
Oh, it was like a sprinkler. I'm gonna use this and wash this out a little bit.
Everybody just started pulling out pieces and putting stuff together. For this challenge, one person was supposed to be designated for the artist, and the team picked me.
I just want to think of something that's kind of catchy and is simple. I would have loved to also have been the artist, but we could only have one artist. So, you know, Whitney was really adamant that she felt she could do it, and that was the end of that.
Ah! Oh, sorry, I'm fine. Sorry, I'm good.
Listen, we have a new gallery opening tomorrow. My name's Damien Dolnick, you know. My name's Damien, basically, I say.
We realized that Damien knew the most about art.
He's definitely the artsy-fartsy guy at the group, and definitely knows a lot about art history.
They make it sound like you're basically on the brink of fame.
They tell me I'm on the verge of fame, so, you know, my stuff is pretty cheap right now.
Well, what have we here?
We are doing a little cleaning right now.
So I take it Damien's the artist?
Yes.
I walked in to check on Concad, and I wanted to know what their philosophy was behind the artist.
I'm a new modern artist here in America, and I've had pieces of the Tate, the Guggenheim, I'll say stuff like that.
His chest can be, like, splattered, and this was during his turmoil of, like, am I straight or gay? And I threw out the idea that Damien could possibly be a homosexual artist. I would like him to be gay.
I can be, but you think people are actually going to believe this?
Yes. Carrie said, you know, we're thinking about making Damien gay. And I said, absolutely you should.
He should definitely be gay.
Why is that?
I think it's expected. Yeah?
Not a chance in hell.
Everyone just started on their own task, and it was moving along pretty smoothly.
Hey, hey.
Hello.
How's it going?
Hello.
Mrs. Todd came in to visit with us, and she gave some advice.
There's not a comb around here to go with that mirror, is there? Now, is this something that can be used? What about shoes? These shoes? When I first got there, I was making suggestions left and right. Everybody's piece that they were working on, I made a suggestion. I made suggestions for new pieces. I just didn't stop. How about finger painting, ashtrays? I'm so glad I'm here.
Lynn is a very opinionated, strong-willed kind of a person.
Who else can I pick at? Are we going to use that lamp? If it was a lamp that really worked, that'd be cute, but it doesn't. They're irritated. What right does she have? But we can't tell her off because she's Mrs. Todd.
But now that you see that, do you see that now or no?
I see it, but it looks kind of cheap.
It looks kind of cheap, yeah.
Ah, sorry.
I can't remember the last time I spent so much time staring into a toilet bowl.
Well, there must have been some days in a drunken stupor.
I think Lynn and Whitney bumped heads a little bit.
If somebody actually looks at this, what are they going to do with it?
It's art. It's art. I've never met anyone like Lynn before. I really don't know how to take this woman.
You know what it could be? Oh my God. It could be like a trash can. You could fill it with trash. I said, you know what it should be? It's a trash can. I just got the idea looking at this piece of wrapper. And I picked up some cookie wrappers and I threw the trash in there. She was slaving away. Like, I just want to see what it would look like if we just filled it with trash. What do you guys think? I can tell by the reactions I am annoying them. I irritate all of them. And it's a wonderful feeling. So now it's not going to be a flower pot, it's going to be a trash can, per my suggestion.
Thank you for your insight. She just...
See you later.
Thank you, bye-bye. See what happens when you get a big ring you don't mark?
Good God.
At the end of the day, if we have decent art, I come up with a cool character, we got to make these people believe that it's going to be like a good investment.
Yeah.
We knew we had to get going. When we started digging through the pieces, we knew that to sell this stuff, we had to make some decent-looking pieces.
This is hilarious to me. We're learning how to become professional con artists here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hi, how are you?
We're almost done.
Oh, you guys are almost done? Oh, it's not going to be a trash can anymore. What's this? Yeah, now what is this supposed to be?
Just an art piece.
Mike, I'm going to put this on here.
I had the little faux finished bureau that I had created, and I put the lampshade on top of the bureau rather than having it on the actual lamp, and she kept coming by and putting it back on the lamp.
What happened?
And Whitney kept coming back and taking it off the lamp and putting it back on the bureau, and then Lynn would go back and she'd pick it up and she'd put it back.
This would be better on here.
Lynn might have been a little threatened by Whitney. I mean, Whitney's a beautiful girl.
Oh, Whitney, be careful. You have a saw in your hands. She has, like, big hands. She can handle it, but still, that's nerve-wracking.
She proceeded to tell Whitney that her hands were like man hands. She had big, strong man hands.
She told me I had big hands. I have very small hands.
That's just, yeah.
Thank you. Okay, yeah, I'll do that instead.
I absolutely love that. But the perfect moment was when the whole golf game thing came up. Hey, you guys, how was that golf game with Paul? So a few weeks earlier, Paul made a date with the guys to play golf. But he stood them up because he was too busy chasing the women on the yacht.
Deep, non-punctual people.
Well, of course, Mrs. Todd had absolutely no idea that her husband was not where he said he was.
That was good.
Was the golf game good?
That was good.
Doug's like, oh, yeah, it was great.
One rule in business I've learned is always protect your boss. If Mrs. Todd has questions, I'll let Mr. Todd fill in those answers. Douglas will not.
He didn't show up for the golf game.
What do you mean?
He didn't show up for the golf game.
He didn't show up for the golf game. Mike happily fessed up that my husband wasn't there. Why did he tell me he had a golf game with you guys like a week ago?
Really? Yeah, no, he never showed up.
He never showed up.
Never showed up.
Mike was loving that Paul was busted.
He was on the boat.
He was on the boat?
Whitney and the girls, they won a thing.
He was on the boat with girls?
Whitney was on the boat.
Paul was on the boat?
Yeah. It was beautiful.
I just need to make a phone call really quick. Excuse me.
I had nothing to do with it.
Everything you do in the dark will come to the light.
Hey, Mikey.
Watch your big hands there, Whit.
So we go back the second day. Our main priority is to finish what we have and get it out for display before opening.
It really came together nicely, didn't it?
It looks really nice.
We definitely exceed our expectations as far as making stuff out of garbage. Now it's just a matter of whether we can sell it or not.
Tonight, my role is I am the artist. My name is Sophia Katie, and I'm a Chicago-born artist. Tonight is an opening for just a few of her pieces.
Cheers to Sophia Katie.
Cheers to Sophia Katie. I think we came out with some great pieces. Mike had a very intricate wine table. Annette made a couple of pieces.
I first made a bureau and I put a lamp on top of it. Also a little mirror with feathers on the back of it. It was very antique looking.
I came up with the fishbowl planter, which was made out of a toilet. Overall, I think that everybody's really confident that we're going to win again tonight.
All right, gang. You've done a great job. I think we're ready.
We kind of went with a sophisticated theme. We created modern art. A lot of the art we created kind of had a story. It was through my past. There was stuff ranging over the last 15, 20 years of my life.
We had a great setup, so we were very confident. We thought there was no way we could lose.
All right, you want to just open?
Well, let's do it.
For everything.
We opened the doors, and the first step was for Damien to sell the character. And if we could sell the character, we could sell the art pieces.
Nice to meet you, Amy. Jill, Damien, nice to meet you. My name was Damien Scott. I was an up-and-coming artist. I was actually able to get into a new exhibit at the Guggenheim in Soho, which was going to focus on kind of the reemergence of modern artists in America.
He's really kind of gone abstract and very contemporary. I mean, you can just tell by some of the pieces, it's just very different.
This one's called Shattered Dreams. This one represents when he broke up with a girlfriend. And basically, she had shattered his dreams. So this was his way of shattering hers.
I'll buy that one.
Yes? Okay, absolutely.
Most art to me is trash, but when it's attached to a story, people are willing to pay an enormous amount of money.
Oh, you have a gallery opening. Feel free to come on in, have some wine, check out the art.
Got a train to catch, otherwise.
Oh, okay. It's open till 10.
We were expecting a really great turnout, and we were expecting it to be very easy.
My name is Sophia, and this is my art gallery. We're having an opening tonight. Would you like to come see?
I think Whitney could have used a little more personality. She's a nice girl, but I just don't think she has a lot of the people skills that it takes for this challenge.
And how long have you been doing this stuff for?
Gosh, on and off for 15 years.
You're not that old.
I am, actually.
You started when you were 5?
Where's your inspiration coming from?
I don't know.
Whitney's art background and exposure to art may not have been as in depth and detail as I would have liked.
It's just, it's impressionistic and it's just fun. I mean, honestly, everything is kind of autobiographical. These records were in my mother and father's collection. And
These are all your mothers?
Mothers and fathers, yeah. Some of them.
The kids on the block?
Oh, well, yeah, that was mine.
Are you laughing or crying?
Welcome. That's the man right over there, Damien.
These two girls walked in, two blonde girls.
I'm Susan.
Damien, nice to meet you, Susan. And one girl was like, she worked in sanitation, so she had seen the truck and said that she kind of had wanted it for her boss.
So how much for that?
$250.
$250?
What would you be willing to pay for that?
25.
25?
No.
You kidding me?
I mean, we don't sell anything below $100. Yeah.
It's an investment, is what it is. I mean, honestly, I guarantee you'll be able to resell that for 3-4 times that in a year. I'm doing a show at the Guggenheim. I just talked to him for a while. I think the girl thought I was cute or something like that.
Just because it's been fun drinking wine here with you tonight, I'll buy it from you for $100.
It was pretty cool to have a gallery that people actually wanted to come into. Just bizarre that you could make trash into this art and people would buy it. He's virtually on the brink of fame, not that he'll admit it. But there were a couple people in there that just didn't buy him.
I think we've ever seen any of this stuff at Guggenheim, have we?
We had said that his work was going to be displayed in the Guggenheim in Soho, which had actually closed down, and actually someone knew that.
But the actual Guggenheim gallery no longer exists there. It hasn't for years.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to argue with you. This one, that does.
That made us look bad.
You know whose foot that is?
I'm guessing it's not.
It's not Sophia's. We had good traffic throughout the night, yet the most difficult thing was to actually close the sale. So how about it, man? You better get it before it's gone.
Yeah, I would do it next week, but I cannot do it tonight.
Okay. I don't believe we sold our first piece until our last hour.
The first item that we sold, I sold my fishbowl toilet.
We're going to get the toilet.
That'd be awesome.
We're getting the toilet.
I think that's sweet because he appreciates it the way it is. I like your hat.
Oh, thank you.
I love hats. It's great.
Then the same buyer ended up buying Annette's feathered mirror. And then later that night, the same buyer bought Mike's wine table.
What do you think?
Sounds fantastic.
200?
Yeah,
All right.
let's do it.
Yeah, you doing the old, do we have a deal? Do we have a deal?
Plus he threatened me outside of it.
I think we blew a concat out of the water with that sale.
This entire thing was absurd. Painting trash was absurd. But we did it really well. We probably did win.
Trash to treasures, baby.
We have some noticeably long faces, and we have some noticeably energized faces. You're confident?
I think I have a good feeling.
Femron's demeanor seemed pretty confident. They seemed pretty certain that they had won. That was disheartening for us.
I wasn't too confident, to be honest with you. I think we done a really good job, but I thought we could have sold a lot more art.
All right, I think it's time for us to get some assessments from the people who are monitoring you. Ladies first. Lynn, you monitored Femron.
Right.
What is your assessment of their performance?
First of all, honey, I was blown away by the way that they work together.
Thank you, Lynn. That's very kind. Thank you.
Really. Gosh, I guess the only thing I would have liked to see a little bit more of would be all my suggestions. That was the only thing. Phenomenal, other than that.
Great, thank you. David, you were monitoring CONCAD.
Yes.
Please.
Well, I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but once again, I would like to single out Damien, if I could. I felt like I learned about the history of the artist Damien Scott. Two of my favorite pieces were The Angry Chair, where there are pieces thrown where you are angry at your mother, and Rescuing Beauty, where there was a man trying to find a man. And it was complicated in the middle. They were both trying to find themselves. I thought it was really terrific.
Thanks, Dave. Anybody want to find out who won?
That's right.
Yep.
All right, David.
Yes.
CONCAD's results, please.
The results for CONCAD after a very long 24-hour period.
Our team was not confident. It was very obvious.
We've been on this emotional roller coaster for the last 24 hours, and we're just ready to face the facts.
The pieces sold were Truck with Light, which was a toy truck, Shattered Dreams, I Hate Mommy, and Soul Pain, for a grand total of $450.
It's not bad for garbage. Lynn, please tell us the Femron results.
Okay. The pieces that Femron sold were Wine Anyone, the wine table, Feather Fantasy, the mirror, and Toilet of Distinction, the toilet. And the total was $400.
We were standing there and she read the results and I melted.
My stomach sank when I heard that we lost by $50, and I can't believe it.
I was so excited to hear we won. I haven't won since the first challenge.
It was a huge win for us. You know, I did not want to go down 4-2. We really needed the win. It was fantastic.
Well done. Congratulations to all of you. And for you losers, it's obvious to me that you did not make the connection between art and garbage that I was looking for. So tomorrow, you will be facing me in the office for elimination, where one of you will be going home.
Doug is immune, and he is the captain. I made the mistake of putting him in that position. I made the mistake of him being immune. So, I may have to pay the price.
Annette and I definitely had an alliance in the beginning of the game, but it's more serious now. It's more intense now. I am confident that if Annette and I go into the boardroom, that it's going to be me to come back to the penthouse.
They had an alliance, yet Stevie Wonder could tell that their alliance would fall apart when it came to the chopping block. The gloves will come off, the real claws will come out. I think it will be another bloodbath.
The most gentle way I can put this is that, frankly, you guys were outclassed. Yeah. I should eliminate all of you. This competition is not about training you. It is about discarding those of you who I can't use. Which of you are just garbage? Lynn, what do you think?
I don't think any of you should be going home. I felt that all of our pieces were far more outstanding. The downfall was the nightstand. The nightstand. The lampshade was not on the lamp. And I remember, Annette, I said to you, Annette, put the lampshade on the lamp. And you said, oh, okay. It wasn't there. It was not there.
Okay, certainly heard that. Let's get down to it. Douglas, and you are protected from elimination. It's also your job to name 2 people who will face me, one of whom will be eliminated. Whom do you choose?
I choose Whitney and Annette.
Okay, now, I have to get to the part that I'm most curious about. Why in the world did you pick Douglas as the team boss?
Honestly, I thought that he was not going to have immunity.
You assumed.
Yeah, incorrectly.
And you know what happens when you assume, right? You made an ass out of you and me. No, actually, you made an ass out of you.
Yep.
So far, it's the biggest screw up of this entire contest, and one of you is going to pay for it. Gentlemen, congratulations. You guys get to go home and have some fun on me.
Bye-bye. Good luck.
Annette, please move over. I'm going to give each of you the opportunity to tell me why the other person should be eliminated. You understand? Why should Annette go home?
Annette, not to say that I didn't think that she did a good job, but I haven't seen a lot of diversity in her sales tactics. She does the flirty, puppy dog eyes sales approach every time.
Annette?
You know what? I think it's ironic that she said I'm using that to lure people in when she's wearing a low-cut shirt that's apparently not appropriate for a corporate office. I do not believe.
Why?
You can see her breasts. It could be a form of harassment. Some people could sue. They could actually sue for harassment when they see something like that. She's walking around with her breasts hanging out.
Are you showing off your breasts?
No, sir.
I thought you were going to say yes.
Well, I like the collar. I like the suit. I'm comfortable in this outfit. I wasn't trying to show off my breasts. And excuse me for 1 second. I think that first of all, it's the pot calling the kettle black because we all know that you do like to dress very sexy. And your first outfit when you were here was the little tan skirt and the blue top, and that was a first impression.
Not in the boardroom.
Walking into but still, this is a business show. Annette should also go home because I really don't feel like you have a backbone. I don't really feel like you're a risk taker.
You've identified her chest, and she said you have no spine. At least I guess she left your chest alone.
However, she has made 2 mistakes. She has dressed up as Fergie the Frog and took on that responsibility, and she did not pull through. You told her not to do it again. She's crashed and she's burned twice. She's taken on the responsibility
I have not crashed and burned, Annette. Be careful. Watch your words. I have not crashed and burned. The frog was your idea in the first place.
You decided to be the frog.
The reason that I came to the boardroom, I came to the boardroom in the first place, though, was for our team. I wasn't put in the boardroom because I did a bad job. I was put in the boardroom.
You took on that responsibility. We lost. You're not following through. That's what I'm trying to get.
Who are you to tell me about following through? What are you doing over there? I mean, you smile and grin at everybody, and you're so bubbly and hugging and everything, but you don't ever put yourself
put yourself in the
Whitney,
spotlight.
so are you.
never put yourself
You had to hide the
Please
captain.
let me finish, Annette, please. All I'm saying is the one time that I was a leader to demonstrate my skills, we won by a landslide, the biggest win that we've had so far in this game.
Because I came up with a cheerleading strategy, and everyone followed my strategy, and we won. Had I not come up with that strategy, we would not have won. But if you're gonna fail, I'm gonna let you fail. I am here to win. I want to work with Iacor. That is my goal.
That is not your goal. That is a lie. That is a bold-faced
Ladies.
lie.
You've each now told me why the other person should go home. Now tell me why you shouldn't. Tell me why you should be the one to stay. All right? But we're going to do a little end-Paul twist here. I am going to point to you. And when I point to you, speak. If I point to the other person, stop speaking. When I come back to you, pick up where you left off. Don't start over, because I've already heard that part. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You understand? Yes. All right, you ready? Annette, go.
I'm not here for the team. I'm here for you. I am in the background, yes. That's why I'm still here. And I'm going to step forward when I can, and I am going to prove myself. And I haven't...
I think that I'm a very strong candidate. I've been one of the strongest people in the game so far. I'm bold. I'm tenacious.
I am loyal. I will grow. I am young. Therefore, you can mold me. I will be creative. I will take constructive criticism. It's great. Throw it at me. I want to grow with you. I want to be with this company. I've been with my past company for 6 years. Since high school, I was going to teach. I didn't. I stayed because they love me so much.
And when you put me in charge and when I was team leader, I was very successful. I've had success at every level. I've gotten along with everyone very well in the house. People believe in me and know that I can step up to the challenge.
I was team leader once, and we lost because of people being weak. They are weeded out. That was my plan. I let them fail. They left. I let her fail.
I don't consider what I did a failure at all. This has been a tremendous experience for me so far. I'm here to be dedicated to you. I'm not here for the other people. I have no ulterior motives of being here. I have no ulterior motives of being here.
Neither do I.
It's a very exciting experience for me.
Wait.
I want Iacor. I really want this opportunity. I want to be loyal to you. I want to work for you.
Go.
Okay, I am here for you.
I'm working here solely for you.
I've stayed back to let other people fail. They have fallen, and you can see that she is here twice, the second time. This is my first time here.
So far,
my first time, and you will not see me here again. Yet you've seen her fail.
Ladies, please go to the reception area. We'll call you when we're ready.
Thank you, sir.
Wow. I'm going to go see the boss. So, you ready to make your decision?
I'm gonna go get them.
You are correct. Go get them. Since this week has been about an art challenge, I thought it would be appropriate to give you your assessments in a manner that befits the challenge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to describe each of you as a work of art. Annette, you're like nothing I've ever seen before. You capture the eye. But the question remains, do you capture the imagination? Whitney, you're bold and carefree. Your palette, wild. Your colors run amok. But on closer inspection, Is it merely the dabblings of an ill-tempered child? Annette, at first glance, everything works. Clear lines, a sense of order. But it's not something I haven't seen all too many times before. And Whitney, to the untrained eye, you're of course alluring. You're fascinating. But the careful observer will notice it. You're deeply unsettling. So Annette, Whitney, Whitney, Whitney. You are not a piece of art that I'm in the market for. Get the hell out of my office.
Thank you. It was a pleasure meeting you, and I had such a good time. Thank you so much.
You made a great decision.
I had to overlook that huge mistake you made.
It was one mistake, and I won't do it again.
So now you're the new team boss, but we're under the new rules now, so you are no longer protected from elimination.
I'm not going to be going home. No way.
Go get him.
Thank you so much.
Don't thank me.
I'll thank me.
I can't think of any businessmen that I know that would let their wives in on a board meeting, and the fact that she was even able to voice an opinion like that shocked the hell out of me. I personally liked it that the lampshade was off the lamp. I know that she didn't get it, and that kind of made me like it even more, that she didn't get it. Mr. Todd said he's trying to weed out the garbage, and I'm the one that went home tonight. Garbage, what a harsh word.
Next week, Annette returns triumphantly to the penthouse.
Wow.
And having tasted blood,
I'm vicious in the boredom. I kicked ass.
she's hell-bent on leading her team to victory.
I have to kick butt.
Then, in their challenge, the teams must develop an original commercial for
Home security landmines. Human breast milk. Cosmetic surgery for the deceased.
And the guys are quick to learn it's Annette's way or no way.
I think we need to do funny.
You want to do fun? You're the captain.
Absolutely.
And their tasteless presentations crash! Leave these real ad exec judges
I never thought being dead could look so good.
speechless.